So last time on Dragon Ball Super, Ultra Vegito had annihilated 3 of the 11 gods who took everything from him, and in the process gained access to the 6 time rings. With time now under his control, Ultra Vegito then travelled to the GT timeline, shocking both Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta after destroying Omega Shenron in one hit. And now, in today's manga, his exploits in this new universe will continue. But before we continue, we just passed 600,000 subscribers, gaining over 45,000 in just February, making us the fastest growing Dragon Ball channel on Earth. And to celebrate all this ridiculous support, I've teamed up with Trending Niche to do a massive giveaway. 600 Dragon Balls in fact, worldwide, and all you have to do is pay for shipping. That's it. First come, first served, and while you're there, you can check out their Ultra Vegeta related items like the Potara earrings or the time rings too. Use my code ARJ and you'll get 10% off your final order. Enjoy. So our story continues with Vegito noticeably in a more peaceful setting than usual after meeting Goku and Vegeta from the GT timeline, and as a result has found himself scoffing down some well and truly deserved home-cooked food. And with his mouth still full, he says, "Damn, Chi-Chi, you've gotten really good at cooking over the years, haven't you? The Chi-Chi I knew wasn't half as talented as you are. This is delicious. Could you come back with me by any chance?" Chi-Chi, who hearing this doesn't quite know what to say, not even really knowing who this character was, except that her husband had brought him home and insisted he be fed, then responds, I'm not too sure how Goku would feel about that. Besides, I'd miss my 2 sons and granddaughter far too much to ever leave them. My little Pan is almost ready for high school." Vegito, hearing this, pauses for a moment, and then responds, "Pan, huh? So she's grown up to be a fine little woman over here. Good to know." But while Vegito contemplates and reminisces on his now deceased granddaughter, a scowling Vegeta is stood in another corner of the room with his arms crossed, as he stands watching the fusion warrior devour yet another meal. He's lost deeply in thought about the battle with Omega Shenron that he just witnessed, if you could even call it a battle, as he thinks, "Who is this guy? He just turned up and destroyed Omega Shenron like it was nothing, and hasn't even explained a thing. It took everything we had to face those shadow dragons, and this Vegito made it look like a game. If it wasn't for Kakarot's trusting nature, I would have interrogated him by now. The fool even invited him into his own home." But thinking deeper into the event, Vegeta can't help but be intrigued by the black and purple energy that was constantly emanating off the warrior in whatever that powerful transformation was. It seemed both familiar and completely foreign, as he continues, "But that power, whatever that was he was using, it wasn't normal. His ki was undetectable, but yet his strength was on another level. It's no Super Saiyan form, that's for sure. It can't be. He doesn't even possess a tail to have surpassed the 4th form. But whatever it was, I need it." Hey guys, sorry I'm late for dinner. Had to get changed. But soon the sane prince finds his brooding interrupted as GT Goku walks his way through the room and approaches the rather unusual house guest, and says with a smile, "Yo Vegito, there you are. I hope you're enjoying the food. Chi-Chi's an amazing cook. But I guess you'd already know that, huh?" But the happy-go-lucky mood and tone soon suddenly shifts as Goku turns his back in silence, and then gives Vegito a cold and serious look before saying, "But it looks like you've had enough. Do you mind finishing up there? Chi-Chi will take care of the dishes, don't worry. I'd like to talk to you outside, Vegito. Alone." immediately surprising Vegeta, who hasn't seen this kind of side to Kakarot in a while, especially not since he reverted to the size of a child, as he thinks, "Now this is a surprise! That doesn't sound like Kakarot at all! What's he planning? And why alone? This is giving me flashbacks of Trunks!" But despite the change in atmosphere and Goku's mannerisms, Vegito does not even bat an eye, still with an unbothered smirk as he responds, "Sure, Goku. I have something to say to you alone too." What? He needs to say something alone too? What is going on? Again shocking Vegeta, who now seems out of the loop. And so Vegito and GT Goku then stand side by side, walking towards the door to the outside, both quiet, waiting to reveal what exactly it is they have to say to each other. Eventually, they both reach the outside, and the two look relaxed as they stare each other with a smile and make what seems like small talk, as Vegito says, "Wow, even in this timeline, nothing seems to have changed about our home, has it, Goku?" To which Goku responds, "Haha, I guess not. If it ain't broke, why fix it?" But now, with the trivialities out the way, Goku's face returns to being serious and lets out, "Vegito, I want to thank you for helping us beat Omega Shenron. I don't know if we would have made it without you, even with Gogeta. It was incredible to see. I'm glad I repaid you at least a bit by getting you a good meal. But Vegito, I need to know the truth of why you're here. I don't have a good feeling about it." Which momentarily confuses and seemingly alarms Vegito, not expecting his shorter counterpart to approach him with such a serious question, as he replies, "What do you mean, Kakarot? Can't a guy come through to help a struggling timeline every once in a while? Trunks did it, why can't I?" But Goku remains steadfast in his serious approach, and quite rightly thinks back to when Trunks first arrived and defeated Frieza, remembering exactly the reason why and the ridiculously powerful androids 17 and 18 that came soon after as a result, replying, "Yeah, Trunks did, but he told us when he came over it wasn't something he should be doing, that it would cause huge consequences if done wrong. He came also because there was an even greater threat in the future that he wanted to warn us about. He even told us I was going to die during it and gave me some medicine. So I need to know, are you coming to warn us of something too?" Vegito is left in silence for a moment, knowing inside this little Goku is starting to figure something out. But now, with one arm on his hip, Goku points a finger at Vegito, who still stood across from him. He might look young on the outside, but he has lived a life of battle after battle, and he's not going to let this go. Continuing, "I can tell you've been in battle before coming here. Your clothes are ripped, and you're covered in blood. Blood I don't think is yours. You have to tell me, Vegito, what happened in your future?" But now these questions are starting to get on Vegito's nerves. His mind and temper now fragile after everything he's been through already. He doesn't want to do the unthinkable, but he knows if things go south, so will he. As he contemplates, "Since when did this version of Goku get so responsible? Asking all these damn questions. At least he thinks I'm from the future of this timeline. I guess that's good. I can't let him figure out what's going on though, or this will end badly." Knowing that he can't let Goku know what is actually happening, Vegito decides he'll use the fighter's own assumptions against him. Better that than make enemies of the Z fighters of this timeline. So he would have to make this believable. Vegito suddenly then looks to the ground, channeling his inner future Trunks to give him the best depressed Saiyan fighter from a dark future performance of his life, and replies, "Kakarot, I don't know what to say. You're right. In my future, a powerful warrior, stronger than any other, appeared one fateful day. We were helpless. I tried my best to fight him off, but even with the combined powers of Goku and Vegeta, we had no way of stopping him. Gohan, Krillin, Piccolo, all of Earth's Z fighters fell to his power, and in the end, he destroyed not only everyone on Earth, but also everyone on New Namek, just to make sure we can never bring them back." What? Instantly, Goku is left understandably shocked. In his mind, he was mentally preparing himself for some kind of bad news, but to hear not even this version of Vegito, with all his insane power, could stand a chance, Goku could only let out, You're kidding! Even with all your power, you stopped Omega Shenron like he was nothing! And you're telling me you couldn't stop this guy? Wow, unreal. I never knew so many powerful guys still existed out there. But we soon zoom out to see Vegeta. He's been hiding behind a building this entire time, listening in to everything Vegito has told Goku. Unlike Goku though, who shows an ounce of excitement for the huge power coming to Earth, he instead looks far more concerned, thinking, "No! This has to be some kind of joke! There's no way there's a threat heading here that's even stronger than Omega Shenron! Just what the hell are Kakarot and I going to be able to do about that when even this freak Vegito can't do a thing? This doesn't sound good at all!" Goku though, now showing some signs of nervousness regarding this potential new opponent, now looks at Vegito with some sweat dripping down his forehead and asks further, "About Gohan, Krillin and Piccolo. That's so horrible. I'm sorry to hear that happened to you, Vegito. You're a brave man, but you've got to help us out here. When are they coming? Who are they?" Vegito then looks at Goku ominously, ready to reveal the name of the deadliest threat to Earth yet, and says, "They'll be here in about 3 years. A monster in every sense, capable of erasing your very existence with a single line. His name will be Monarcha." Suddenly revealing to the shock of all of us watching the lengths of deceit Vegito is willing to go down. What? Vegeta instantly is shell-shocked by the statement, tensing up at the name of their terrifying new alien foe, continuing, "Erasing from existence with a single line? That sounds insane! Monarcha? Who the hell is that?" Vegito, though trying to calm the nerves of Goku, then puts his hand on Goku's shoulder, in a reassuring way to let Goku know he's not alone, swiftly allowing him to now accomplish his real goal of getting stronger. He then says, "But this isn't the end. I've come here, Kakarot, to train with you. In my timeline, the Room of Spirit and Time, the hyperbolic time chamber, no longer exists, gone with the Earth as it was destroyed. But here, it does, just as those Dragon Balls did. Come with me, you and Vegeta, fuse into Gogeta, and train with me for the next year. I'll teach you things, teach you powers you never knew existed. We'll get stronger together to beat this demon." Goku looks back at Vegito, hearing this with a trusting smile. There's no reason to doubt him, since of course he's technically himself, and says back, "I got you, Vegito. That's a perfect plan. With your power, I'm sure Vegeta and I will improve tons. Just what we need after that reality check with Shenron. I just hope you get something out of it too. I'll be sure to let Vegeta know now. No need, Kakarot! But before Goku can do anything, Vegeta steps out of the shadows with a smirk on his face, throwing up a thumbs up as he says, "Don't worry, I heard it all. I was waiting for an opportunity to learn what on earth that power you have is, and how I can get it too. And now, this will be the perfect chance. Kakarot, quit the chatter and let's go, now!" To which Vegito and Goku look back with a supporting smile. Vegito in particular thinking in his head, "This is turning out just as expected." A short while later, we find Vegito, Goku and Vegeta now stood in the hyperbolic time chamber after letting their family know and gotten all preparations ready. Vegito, with his arms folded, stands between the pair of Saiyans and the passageway to Kami's lookout. With a smile on his face, he declares a start to their year of intensive combat training, saying, "Alright boys, let's get this show on the road. Get into your strongest forms, and then fuse. That's the only way this will even be the slightest bit fair." In response, Goku looks at Vegeta with a wry smile on his face, knowing that Vegeta probably already knew the score, but regardless lets out, "Well, you heard him, Vegeta. I hope you haven't got any issues with sharing a body with me this time." To which Vegeta just smirks back at Goku, humoring him before replying, "Normally you'd know my answer, but if it's for the sake of gaining his kind of power, I'll do anything. Just don't get in my way." And within seconds, both Goku and Vegeta have instantly turned into their Super Saiyan 4 forms, with their wild, explosive primal energy crackling all around them in all directions. In a universe where we had never seen this before, every time they transform, it surprises Vegito more and more. But not wasting any time, even though they have a whole year, Goku and Vegeta immediately assume the first of the fusion dance positions, saying, "Fusion!" Causing a bright light that grows larger and larger at Vegito's feet. And just like that, for the first time in both universes, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is born with his majestic aura and inexplicable orange hair. His power level so impressive, Vegito can't help but smile as he lets out satisfied, "Haha, it's about time. Excellent. You'll do just fine for now. Ready when you are, Gogeta." Gogeta then folds his arms across his chest just like his counterpart. If you were a passerby and you didn't know any better, you might even confuse the pair of fusions for brothers. The newly created warrior has a cocky smirk across his face after hearing Vegito challenge him and responds, "Haha, you should know better than anyone. I'm always ready. Let's do this, Vegito." To which Vegeta replies, "Good. Think fast!" And instantly the two warriors vanish as if perfectly in tune with each other. And so the two instantly launched at each other and began a series of legendary battles. One fusion between the deeply traumatized Goku and Vegeta from the Super Universe, and the other from the untainted versions of them from the GT Universe. In an array of clashes and collisions all over the space of the time chamber, Vegito and Gogeta fought, equally matched when Vegito remained in his base form. Both smiling, knowing that this is, and likely will, be the most fun they will ever have battling anyone. As Vegito calls out mid-fight, "Not bad, Gogeta. Keep this up and this will be an amazing year for you. While Gogeta responds, "Ha, yeah, only if you start trying finally. Come on, show me a little more of your true strength at least, Vegito." Be careful what you wish for. As Vegito powers up fractionally more, his body now covered not only in electricity, but also strange, unexplained dark flames. It's almost as if his merciless god-slaying exploits have triggered a new dark power within our hero. And so time went on, a year of constant and intense battle. Of course, every 30 minutes, Gogeta would defuse, and immediately the battle-addicted Goku and Vegeta would respond. Alright, ready to go again, Vegeta? Get on with it, Kakarot! We'll get a hit on him this time! And instantly refuse to continue the battle with Vegito. And over time, eventually, under the careful tutelage and training of Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would attain Ultra Instinct, skyrocketing his power to a new height that even began to rival Vegito's own Ultra Instinct, as Gogeta would comment, "Whoa, I did it! I really did it! This is the power of Ultra Instinct. Incredible." To which Vegeta would reply, "Use it wisely. That power you have there is one only meant for the angels, beyond even the gods they attend to. When that day comes, when that monster arrives, use this power to utterly annihilate them." You got it, boss. I feel unstoppable right now. Might even be able to take you on by the end of this year. To which Vegito puts up a classic thumbs up and says, "Haha, that's the spirit. We've got a while to go yet. Let's surpass both our limits." And so the full year finally ended, and like clockwork, just seconds before the year was out, the door to the time chamber opened and out walked a trio of bruised and fatigued Saiyans. Vegeta mostly looking like he just wants to leave this place to get a shower, while Goku smiles at the fusion warrior who has taught him so much before shaking his hand with a look of pride on his face and letting out, "That was an amazing year of training, Vegito. You're an incredible fighter. I hope you gained enough power in there to beat that monster in your timeline. And I hope we did too. I can't imagine anyone causing us trouble now." Vegito looks similarly proud and smiles back at Goku saying, "You did. Don't you worry. Just remember everything I told you. When the time comes, you'll need to annihilate Monarca the minute he arrives." What the? But suddenly, Vegito senses a powerful entity out in the distance. It's familiar, but yet hard to detect. Divine, like God Key. And standing there is none other than Beerus the Destroyer and his angel attendant, Whis. Their ghostly faces haunting Vegito. They've clearly been waiting for the three, but why? But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag Beerus in the comments down below and let me know how you think things will go now that the late Beerus and Whis have arrived in this timeline also. But if you need to see the next chapter right now, you can do so by supporting me on my Patreon for just $3, where not only do you help fund the next chapter, get early access and more, you also get a ton of manga goodies shipped straight to your door in return also. But until next video, guys, cheers.